events between all four characters. So Knuckles is winning now. Oh,
Choose Amy.
I
Choose
forgot to turn the audio.
Amy.
Anyways, what I was saying before I forgot to turn the audio on is we got a donation from Master Kirby of $2 saying early school seeing races at Sonic speed put this towards Knuckles and Sonic event. If you don't know, we're doing a character list on event for all four characters. So yeah, Knuckles is winning now.
Choose Amy.
Can I steal that?
Is it too low again? There's no game audio.
I think you need to put game audio.
Okay, they can't hear me apparently. That's weird.
They can't hear anyone.
That doesn't make any sense.
I stopped the volume.
This voice is fine. So it's just game on. Oh, so it's just me. Can't hear Polly. I'll turn Polly up on Discord then. See if that helps. Okay, so they can hear me. So it's just Polly.
I'm not important.
Dang. Basically inaudible. Okay. I'm gonna
Polly is very
I'm gonna turn Polly up to like 200 then.
Oh, I'm very low as well.
What? I have no idea why. Okay, I'm gonna turn you up. Okay. I'm just gonna have to turn it up and then I thought we fixed this, but apparently not. I'll turn up Discord on the system sounds, and it's probably going to do reverb now, so I'm gonna have to raise the noise gate a bit. I'll talk louder, so that way,
Yeah,
thing will pick, not picky.
sounds good.
Yeah, sorry, we weren't really prepared for this because Edmund was supposed to.
Yeah, this is
be
like
with us right now.
a last minute switch, so we're gonna get into this.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but we'll make it work. Okay, so I turned it up. I'm gonna talk a lot louder so I can be heard, and you guys should be audible now. Hopefully everything is good. Is men, please.
Alright, that sounds good.
Okay, so everything's good now.
I think so. Alright, so I'm saying mouth words. Ford say mouth words.
I'm saying mouth words.
Polly say mouth words.
Mouth word.
Going good now?
I think so.
Okay. So I guess we're ready to start then.
Alright, good.
Alright, give me the countdown.
Okay. I'll do the countdown then.
Alright.
Alright, good. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
Okay.
Welcome back to Sonic Heroes, everybody. This time with Team Rose. Done by good old Ford.
Yep, I'm gonna be doing Team Rose. I'm not the best, but I'm gonna put on the best show that I can. So
It's okay, you have to go to the tutorial, you have some time to learn the game, and it's gonna be fine.
yeah, I have I'll give us instructions.
Yeah. So Team Rose is the only team that is, since they're kind of supposed to be the easy beginner team, they have to go through the tutorial, which Amachao is gonna talk a lot, and he's gonna basically mash through all of the text. This is actually one of the hardest stages to optimize just because of that. And, you know, the layout is very, you know, counterintuitive, since every section is only supposed to really introduce one of the mechanics.
Yeah, it's a bit messy.
But hey, here we do get to see one of the first things that is different about Team Rose compared to the Team Sonic action that you saw earlier, and that is Big the Cat. He's going to be doing belly flops, which can carry a lot of momentum, and he can carry that momentum over to either Amy or Cream. Amy gets burst to speed forwards, and Cream gets a bunch of extra height, which is very nice. It's gonna be using that a lot.
Very useful for getting a lot of speed very quickly.
Mhm.
Throughout the run, Big is probably the best thing about Team.
I agree. It's like I wish I'd liked running this team more because Big Cat is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's a pretty big part.
Quality, please. But yeah. So what you're gonna be seeing from Ford is what I like to call a no major glitches route for the most part. It's like the bot boosting that I did. Team Rose does have access to it, but they are the hardest team to bot boost with, and they also have a little trick of power flying that he is probably gonna attempt to show off on the final stage, but for the most part he's gonna choose to not do those either. So this time, with this one, you get like more movement-oriented strats rather than big skips. And there's still a decent amount of big skips, but yeah, that is what we're gonna be seeing from our boy Ford here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They literally are big skips too.
Yeah. Now we're coming up on the actual first stage of the run, Season Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be
Now, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm gonna attempt to do the hammer twirl at the start. Basically like the mid-air kick for playing earlier doing for hard mode, and I actually got it. Playing
Very nice.
how that works.
So what he did there is he prepared a Rocket Excel, which is where your teammates push the speed character forwards for an extra burst of speed. And after that, he did the move that happens when your teammates are in the rounds, the hammer twirl for Amy, right as he was about to hit the edge. And whenever he does that move, the game will think for the entire animation that he's on the ground and he can jump out whenever he wants. So it allows him to cross gaps. That particular one was really difficult, just because that platform has weird collision and your teammates don't really like cooperating on it, so getting a good Rocket Excel is kind of a pain. But he got it. Now just taking the correct path throughout the stage, which is nice. Like I didn't get to see much of the stage earlier, but he's actually gonna be taking springs and trees and all that kind of stuff.
This stage is actually quite beautiful. I saw more of it in super hard mode, but you know, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. I mean, you get quite a good view from it from the top. That's true. You even get to see the amazing bird. But basically the difference between the teams and specifically Team Rose is that Team Rose tends to have like shorter versions of each stage with like more easier to traverse like enemies and obstacles and all that kind of stuff. Whereas like you have super hard mode, which is the hardest that it can be, and then you have Team Rose, which is the easiest it can be. And then in between you have like several different mixes for the other teams.
Team Rose is probably like, it's the easiest stage-wise, but some of the most difficult movement-wise because of how terrible the rocket is.
Exactly. Because of Amy's hammer move, when she actually does that on the ground, without leaving the ledge, it completely kills your speed. So you want to try and avoid not like doing an extra input after the Rocket Excels. Like if you can't Rocket Excel properly in this game, this team will learn you how to do it. Because you will lose all your speed if you fail. And not to mention, it's harder to get Rocket Excels with them to begin with, just because of big, gigantic hitbox.
Yeah.
Getting in the way.
Also, oftentimes you'll see me do a bit of a maneuver with Big whenever the belly flop. I don't always switch to Amy. Sometimes you stick with Big and you gain like a bit of coming out of the belly flop. Pretty much how that works. If the belly flop and then cancel by doing a jump right as you're about to hit the ground, will basically transfer your growth onto moment.
Exactly. Same kind of deal as switching to speed, but if you don't have to switch formation for it at all, you gotta time that quite properly. But depending on when you like do it, you can also just completely kill your momentum, and like that can actually be quite handy in some situations.
Look at all the huge turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming like that looks fun.
Safety. I don't need checkpoint this entire stage. Those are
Very
on.
smart.
Yeah.
We
Marathon
need to
scratch.
take care of those guards before getting to that cave.
Here we go.
That loop that I actually just passed is where you would normally perform the power flight for this part of the stage. It pretty much skips the entire end section here that you're crossing across the backs of these turtles and land right at the end where the goal ring is.
Here we go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually about like the midway point for Team Sonic's tail.
Mm-hmm. Much shorter version of the stage. Now this time we are actually going to be seeing bosses on like super hard mode, and this first boss is quite interesting in how we defeat them. You're supposed to like chase him down until he lands on the beach, and then you can like attack him there. But instead, what Ford is going to be doing is he is going to go to the back, and on his way there, he's going to pick up an invulnerability power up. It's going to make him land on the beach that is right behind him, and then he's going to get a hand. Big has a lot of damage frames in his stack animation, so he's really good for this kind of stuff.
Very, very powerful character. Don't want to mess with him.
Hey man, would you like
Grab a
to
ring
again?
here. Occasionally I've had my invulnerability frames run out, and then ACOG hits for like one time, and then I end up dying. I don't want that to happen.
Here we go.
Yeah, if you don't do your movement properly, then he won't land right away, so gotta be safe.
This isn't the end.
Alright, so I have an update. Allegro said he's safe. He's just hoping the power doesn't go out now.
Good.
But he's in the clear.
Alright, good.
Very glad to hear that.
That was
Indeed.
a huge
Now I don't have to
birdie.
fill in for Team Dark.
Lucked out.
I locked out.
You mean you don't want to fill in for his 3-hour Sonic battle run?
No. Ooh, no.
Coming up is probably one of my favorite stages to run Grand Metro.
Are you sure
Grand
it's
Metro
just
has like a lot of really fast and fun sections because like the transparent blue floors are basically like just giant speed pads that don't give as much speed but still make you go a lot faster than normal. And I think it's like really fun in order to
Doggy,
first on these.
where are you?
My bad, I meant Sonic Chronicles. It's 3 hours on battle.
Nah, don't worry about it, a joke hit.
My turn.
Here we go.
Alright,
My turn.
Here we go. Here we go.
so let's see, do there any strats to like, skip activating that path?
I do not. 'Cause you can do a hammer twirl and then like jump out of it in order to cross that, like with Team Chaos.
Do you know the big and cream method to skip that? Or
I think I do. I think I've seen it before, but I just don't do it. A little bit
That's-
risky.
it needs practice for sure. Like otherwise, I was gonna show you after sure.
Please do. I want to go fast.
It should be in one of my road zones. But anyway, so here in Grand Metro, let's see. I don't know what strat Ford goes for. Alright, he does go for bridge skip. So what he did there is the bottom of that bridge does not have collision. So he got rid of his teammates because they would get in the way, and then he flies to the bottom of that bridge. Thus skip having to open it entirely.
My turn.
I actually used to struggle a lot on that skip. I didn't realize that Big's hitbox was so large that he made it basically impossible in that bridge.
Exactly. You gotta either like make sure that you time everything properly so that Big is like in the correct part of the spinning animation whenever you go up, or you just need to shoot them away. I wish go for shooting them away.
My turn.
Alright.
For pushing in these switches, I always opt to pick big because it has like much like doesn't slide everywhere. Like when you try and hit the switch.
Yeah. Like even with Team Dark, I do that, and like Omega is so slipperiest power character around. But even with them, I prefer doing it with power over speed.
Here we go!
Actually going to use Team Blast here. Not only kill the enemies here to activate the switch, but to also kill an enemy that's behind this door that blocks you from hitting the spring here.
And what Team Blast does for Team Rose is like absolutely insane. Like it gives them a 1 level for each formation, it gives them invulnerability, a shield, speed shoes. It's absolutely nuts.
Use the B button
They get all of the
to
benefits.
accelerate and control stick to balance.
And they also have the for this animation for Team Blast as well.
Also, just to explain what exactly level ups even do, it's like for every character, one of their moves like get completely altered. For instance, Big gets finishers at the end of his combos. Flights at level 1, the Thunder Shoot bounces. At level 2, it does damage. At level 3, it attracts rings. And for speed, the homing attack just does more damage on level 1 and 2. And then on the 3rd, it gets wind physics, allowing him to latch onto poles and all that good stuff.
As well as remove shields without having.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Tornado Hammer is powerful though. You will see later on the run.
Upgrades here. Fine. I'm not very good. In speed.
Oh, you were trying for elevator skill?
Yeah, I tried doing it before. It's very finicky.
It is a very difficult skill.
I still have like the least amount of states go through in power plant despite this.
Only one elevator to deal with. Makes ILing it's kind of bad though because you start with the elevator.
Yeah, I almost prefer chaotics. Chaotics is the best one.
Oh yeah, no elevators at all.
That was. This is an interesting camera I've got.
Oh my, that is a very Sonic Heroes moment right there.
Yeah.
People say static does a bad camera. I like
Pretty
that.
sure everything in this era has a bad camera.
Yeah.
See, people say that about statics, but at least you can move the camera in statics. Like,
Yeah,
I say
that's
too, in
fair.
this you really can't.
Oh, you can. That will not.
Well, at least in
Not
SAP,
as- not
you
as
know,
much.
in there.
Got that strat. That was actually really good. Good message.
Is there a switch for this somewhere? Alright.
Alrighty.
Ending section for power plant is rough. That's the hardest part for me, honestly.
It is rough, but if you get it, it looks so sexy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I want to tell everyone!
We're coming up on the first team battle. This one is gonna be against Team Sonic. Pretty much each team goes up against 2 separate other teams, and depending on which team you're playing as, the battle that you have is going to vary in difficulty. This one's not that bad, but Chaotix is much easier.
Amy, knock it off! There's no time to play!
Hit this.
I'll do it. Here we go, Sonic! Give up! This
Get it?
time you're mine! Mr. Sonic!
Oh no, okay, they didn't fall off. Alright, so bit weird then. No, this,
Oh, dang.
ugh, I hate it so much. I got Knuckles off, but
Team battles, like, team battles can be very finicky. It's like, they are technically not random. Their movements are based on your movement. However, like this means that you can technically manipulate them to jump off even. Those strats can be rather tricky though. So Ford is opting to like go for a normal fight strat instead. But yeah.
worked the second time at least. It's very annoying. Team battles, especially with Team Sonic, just they go really well or they go really bad very fast.
You gotta learn yourself to manipulate to make them jump off, though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Team Rose versus Team Sonic has the easiest manip, so you don't have to worry.
I still prefer the Chaotix fight. That one is my favorite.
Oh yeah, that stretch is free.
I can't believe he did that just so he could get
Anyway, now we're
away.
going into Casino Park, and this is where the gameplay kind of gets changed up a little bit. Like right now, the switching between formations has just been, you stay in the same location, but that character comes to you. It goes the other way around. When you're on pinball tables, you go wherever that character may be, even if they are somewhere on the ground waiting for the other characters to get off the table, even if they are somewhere in midair. And the other part, since we're actually going to have to be traversing a few more pinball tables, because Team Rose doesn't really start in a position where you can skip them all that well. They are very weird in the sense that whenever you hit something, your center of gravity kind of gets changed. So they are hard to control. He was aiming for the middle path there, which sends you straight to where you want to go, but didn't quite get it. Got a good backup though.
Generally a couple. Oh, okay. All right. That happened. Never seen that before.
What happened? Oh, dude, I just got it. Oh, hello!
Yeah, that was strange.
Sonic Hero!
I don't know how to describe that, but I think it was the characters trying to catch up with me.
I
That was
sometimes I don't even know what this game man.
yeah. That was interesting.
That's beautiful.
I blame the Atari Link.
Tried to launch my teammates land towards the end of the stage and then land on the pinball table before I switched and basically teleport myself to the end. But kind of ran out of flight, so kind of worked out the way I planned. Oh well. Casino Park is hard.
It is.
Okay,
I gotta say that when done properly, I might be one of my favorite stages in Rose, but it's also one of the difficult.
Coming up is a stage now that most other stories skip. Doing Bingo Highway skip. I will say that every team can perform their own variation of Bingo Highway skip. Team Rose has the most unique one. Shoutouts to DSS for discovering it. I wish I knew how to do it, and I wish I knew how to show it off.
I don't even know how it works yet.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, like basically it involves you performing the team blast and then like launching yourself at a steep angle, and you just are able to basically fly towards the end of the stage like how the other.
Yep.
It's very cool, very difficult.
If captured by that robot, you won't be able to escape.
Investment
Gotta
tutorial
make
video
sure to
on it.
destroy him
On it,
before
DSS.
anyone is caught.
But yeah, since I skipped most of it in the super hard mode run earlier, you actually get to see Bingo Highway this time.
Yeah.
You also probably get to see why we like to skip it instead.
Yeah.
You just have to let
One of the
go.
longer rows stages.
Are you ready?
All the stuff that you have to go through. Rough.
There's some nifty little things you can do, like for instance when he got onto that bingo table, he like had Cream and Amy on his shoulders, and then he just held forward to launch them forward. But like I'm not entirely sure why that happens, it just happens. And it's very nice.
Yeah. Pretty sick. There's a lot of really neat pinball physics stuff you can also work against your face there, but sometimes it works.
So, when we have a second, I have some cool info to share.
It should be fine for the rest of the stage.
Alright, so 51% of our viewership comes from the US, 12% from the United Kingdom, 4% from Canada. GameJ06 is 5, just from his channel, is 5% of our viewership. And Tiltify has actually got us 4% viewership, which is nice. and 62% of people are watching on a desktop. So that was kind of neat.
There's a
The
lot
more you know.
yeah, that's actually a lot more viewership from the US than I expected. Americans really like this song.
Like even me with my European like streaming schedule, my majority is from the US. it's like the US is just too big, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything is bigger in America.
We also hit every achievement for partnership except the 12 unique days one.
Anyway, earlier Ford also tried another door skip. That one is really finicky though, so whenever you fail it, just go for the team blacks instead, like you did. And you actually got the 2 breakout as well, which is nice. You actually got to make sure the gravity is like in the right direction for that to work, even. But he got it.
I find this a bit easier to do it with Big than the other characters. I don't know why. It just works.
Yeah, the power characters have better handling on the table.
Yeah.
That's why it's easier to break out with them.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And the flight characters, of course, like they don't fall as fast. So.
Alright, so now I'm gonna
Getting a lot through
try and get the cutscene thing. Hopefully I can at least once. Oh, got it!
Nice.
Him again.
So at the start of the stage, there's 2 cutscenes, and in between there you have like a small window where you can do some inputs to mess up the models for the second one. Oh, the belly jiggle is
Quite good. The Robot Carnival is incredibly annoying, and it's also RNG, so... Alright, Amy, can you... Okay.
Yeah, this is where the level ups from enemies are gonna go. After 5 enemies he destroys, he'll get a level up for one of the 2 characters that he's not in. One of the 2 formations that he's not in whenever he destroys them. And he wanted a cream level up, and he got exactly that. So
Now the rest of this fight is basically
How many of them are there?
level 2. Really good. Or everything.
Not bad.
I got one level 1 Big as well, so that's gonna come into play on the very last wave of enemies. I really would like for them to homing attack those right in. There we go.
Level up.
4 waves of enemies. Flying ones is going to be capture robots and turtles on the last wave. Going to activate the whirling flail of death. Destroy everything.
oh, yeah. Big would say is the only character that already has a really good finisher on this first level.
Woohoo!
The other, like with Knuckles, is just like 1 impact. With Omega, it's some machine gun fire that circles around really fast, and Vector, it's some notes that circle around really fast. Big, just swirling around a flaming thing of death.
It
It
gets
gets progressively bigger as he levels up.
Yep. And spikier and more fire.
Uh-huh.
What's not to love?
Telling you, man, Big is overpowered in this game.
Great. I love him.
Yeah.
Now coming up on one of the 2 more difficult stages, in my opinion. Rail Canyon is very technical, and you can save quite a bit of time if you do the bot boost here, but this is one of the most difficult bot boosts between those, in my opinion, aside from Egg Fleet.
The funny thing is that like this is the easiest bot boost for Team Rose, but bot boosting with Team Rose is just so difficult that they're all difficult.
Exactly.
Ooh, very nice. Nearly missed the reel, but he did it. He's gonna be making use of the acceleration mechanic with switching back and forth between Amy and Big. Whenever you start grinding, you have a little bit of a startup animation that that accelerates you up faster, and you can trigger that by continuously by switching back and forth. There are actually cases where that is, more desirable.
Everybody look out!
Okay, go.
And well, Real Canyon is quite technical. And the fun part about it is like once you've learned it with one team, you've essentially learned it with all teams.
Canyon effectively does not. More enemies or slightly different obstacles in a way. It's about where the boss boost would have formed it correctly. Pretty good chunk of the stage.
And the reason why bot boosting is so difficult with Team Rose is that like you need to be able to damage Amy while not damaging me. And that means that first you gotta get an invulnerability and then you gotta lead in just right that Amy gets his right as weak touches the ground. Well, you can see Big the Cat's hitbox quite clearly.
Big boy.
He's a big boy.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. I get the real. I was hoping. Alright, because I hit a checkpoint literally like 20 seconds ago.
I'm actually surprised that that piece of scenery that you fell through is not like solid, considering how much of the scenery is solid.
Yeah, that I am too. I was fully expecting it to be solid, but it's fine now. Why you hit checkpoints in marathons? We had it safer.
Yeah, you should have told me that on my run. I skipped like 2.5 minutes worth of checkpoints for the station.
I saw that. I
got
sad.
away with it, but I
don't do it. Don't do that, Sid. Scare us. Flight formation there. You can use power formation, it's faster. Belly flop. But if you miss the railing and you don't hit that checkpoint, well, it's gonna be more than the 20-second time loss that I took earlier, so.
Oh yeah.
We're like
That is a lot of time lost.
Yeah.
It's like even though it's faster to do it with other formations, I just straight up go with flight formation always.
Bullet Station also has a power flight that you can, but it's super weak. Pretty much fly behind where you start the stage and get frame.
Like this, it's Bullet Station is an insanely large level, and because of that, they try to make sure that it's not a hole. Rather, like they try to work with whatever empty space they have, and thanks to that, they essentially put every section in their own place. So you have like the trains are in completely different places of where you would think they would be. So you can just straight up go through the train that is later on in the level just by flying like towards the start and further. Yep. It's difficult though, the camera does not work well.
No, not at all. Pretty
like after a while you have it, but just starting out the camera does not work well. It's not nearly as bad as Lost Jungle.
Yeah, oh my god, the Lost Jungle camera, it's very finicky. Like you, oh. Not your friend.
But hey, I'm very happy to see this stage without power fight, because like, this stage without power fight is my favorite stage for Heroes.
It's quite fun. Ah. Captured it. Let's do that.
all right.
Indeed.
Alright, so I have some more news actually.
We're like
Someone from the charity is going to be stopping by after the Chaotix run and before the Shadow run for like 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. That'd be nice.
Can't wait to see that. This is one of my least favorite bosses, just because you do the entire fight over a on a small platform over a kill plane. So if I'm not careful, I can have Big get hit once and just falls off the side and to his death. That's not what I want.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. If you learn the pro strats for this boss, you will love it. Roche Smash for this boss is so good. It's difficult, but if you get good at that, you will love this boss.
Oh, I'm sure. Get good?
Oh yeah. Like Big has so many damage frames, you can just destroy this guy in like 20 or 30 seconds.
Ooh, okay. That's exactly the type of thing that I don't want to happen. Luckily it didn't knock me back far enough, but Egg Albatross is the poet.
Yeah, this is essentially the same idea as the Echo fight. Just, you know, I guess 2 attachments, but yeah, you just keep calling him back to the first platform and you fight him here.
The game intends you to chase him on like a rail section, but you
We got him now.
that.
Get him.
Not even sure why, it's very hard to hit him there. They just make it far easier to hit him here. Oh, nice one shot to finish it off.
I always, in marathons, I always take this boss very safely, but whenever I'm going for, I usually like chase him down, but there's just so much that can go wrong in this fight, I prefer to take it safe.
That's fair.
Coming up is a stage that's one of the more infamous for its power flight. It's quite interesting to see. I'd recommend watching somebody do this stage with the power flight. A giant purple cat fly through the air. Fun. Just gonna lie.
It's also home to the most difficult bot boost that Team Rose has to offer, so much so that no one does it at once yet.
Yep.
We're not gonna be seeing any of that, which is good because I really like seeing this stage done normally. Because moving through this fun breaks my heart, but you know it's so easy to skip it out.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorites.
I'm actually kind of glad that Babos got found for Chaotix here, because it actually ups the big power fly, so rather than just having, you know, a minute and a half flying crocodile, you will instead actually get to see most of the movement of the stage. You just get the auto scroll with the Babos.
I do.
Very nice.
Yeah, that happens. I found that out earlier. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, if you switch the flight formation at the wrong time and if you hit that spring, then that'll happen.
Wow! I can't believe this flower can actually
And on fine.
I feel like I've become one with the flower.
Oh. Why to have to grind on that railing much faster just to fall towards it.
Here we go! Here we go! Alright!
This has been a very Sonic Heroes run, I gotta say.
Yeah. I had a few interesting things happen. Some nice movement. I can't complain.
We're like
Indeed.
awesome!
I think so far with Heroes, we're really showing just like how weird and explosive and okay, that happens kind of this game can be. It's like it's over 4.5 years of speedrunning, and I'm still seeing new things with this game. Like way more so than I see with other games. It's ridiculous.
That buff was in Castle that he saw with
Dude,
Onyx.
yeah. That ended up being 0.3 seconds slower.
Why don't we
But it looks cool.
It looks cool.
Here we
So making use of the same little, you know, choices in geometry that allow you to just skip parts of the sections. Very, very convenient.
Skip this little loop section up. That's slow.
Here we go! Here we go!
With that in the way of our speed.
There's that black frog again!
I hate this section. Apples have hitboxes.
They can be beaten by fruit.
Damage for
Here we go!
I don't know, man. Apples aren't orange.
I don't know what fruit they are.
I have no idea. I don't know.
See Wampa. Luckily, we don't actually need to, so I didn't take the time to go back and save her. If Big got caught, I would have had to go back, but Cream's not really needed for the level, so just gonna leave her behind. Bye, Cream.
Bye, Cream.
All right.
Alright, so coming up next, we have the hardest boss in the run.
Oh yeah.
It's a real run
Good
kill.
luck.
Thank you. I'm really gonna need it. It's I get scared every time I get to this boss. I'm gonna need absolute silence for this, so.
I believe in you, man.
Alright, thanks.
There's gotta be a major misunderstanding here, but we can't back down now.
We won't lose to a bunch of losers like you.
Alright, we did it.
Not bad, but it won't.
That was tough.
Bravo! Bravo!
Oh, alright. I was really scared I didn't have it there. Oh, 10 seconds exactly. Wow, on the nose.
Sorry.
Tornado
but
Hammer
there's no
is
time for
overpowered.
this.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But yeah.
Best thing is, at that start, they just kind of dance around. I don't know what they're doing, but it makes it so much easier to knock them off the side.
Mm-hmm.
Next is my favorite set of stages.
I think we're
Run through for like any team. King Castle and Mystic Mansion. Both of these stages are a lot of fun.
Don't
I
you
love
want
it.
to find Chocola
Same.
and Froggy? We can do this.
I've got to get tough for all of us.
And this is gonna be the same thing, kind of gist as Team Sonic, where it's like there's supposed to be more turning upside down and right side up again. Well, you start past the first, you skip through the door for the second one, and you know you only take it.
Here we go.
Yep, pretty much. Cooperate.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now I need.
So, if you're really good at bot boosting with, or at rocket excelling with Team Rose, then there is a very consistent, like, difficult execution-wise, but a much more consistent way to clip through this door. However, this version is like much easier to execute. It's just inconsistent.
It's super finicky. I've never had to try it that many times, but it's honestly not that bad because this stage isn't that long to begin with.
Yeah. It is one of those things where, like, once you get like really good at rocket excelling with Team Rose, then you can
The
go back
castle
instead.
is turned upside down.
Kind of casually phase through the door. Also, they no, they placed the goal ring very conveniently, so that way you really don't have to play through most of the second section of the stage. You can just fly to the end. It's quite
Yeah.
good.
I love the goal on location. It's fantastic.
We're like awesome.
But yeah, I didn't learn that that other version of door clip until like a year ago.
I really want to learn. I know that it.
I'm kind of scared.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I'll be right back. My turn.
These boxes make it very difficult.
My
Because
turn.
it won't be broken by Big. They're made of metal.
Everybody, look out!
So funny story about that robot that destroyed before, like, you know, it's opened the cage with the switch in it. For the longest time, like, DSS used to, like, you know, die to the robot just, you know, by hitting the spear without any rings. Then along comes Talon, and he's like, why don't you just go around the other side? And at that point, everybody collectively face bombs because they didn't think about it.
Shoutouts to
That
Talon.
way. Yep, shout out to Talon.
Use the brakes and jump. The B button
hero we need, but not the one we deserve.
We can't stop! Here we go! Here we go!
Because yeah, usually when you get hit by the enemy, it's just
Here we go!
Hey, that's a wicked kid.
Here we go! I'll do my best! Here we go! Here we Alright!
very straightforward stage, this one.
Mm-hmm. It only has one section that can damage you in the cart section, which I find funny because normally it takes 3 hits to kill you on that, but they can only hit you
like-
one time.
It's basically just there to make you go slow if you accidentally get hit, that's it.
Yep. Can't die on that section, it's not possible.
To be fair, I don't think it's possible to die on the first section for the other teams either. Because there's only like 2 lasers or something.
You tick-tock, cola, and
Didn't quite get it.
The longer one you can die.
Yeah, I think Team Dark has one of the worst ones. They have ones that are kind of irregular patterns. It's weird.
Yeah, super hard mode. I'd say that's the worst laser location. A lot more.
Yeah. For hard mode is basically
Okay, go.
Team Dark on steroids.
Yeah. But so this these waves with the flying enemies, we have them in Robot Carnival as well. What we really want here is for our teammates to actually play along and homing attack along with us. And they can't figure it out to cooperate and actually attack the proper ones.
Upgrade we need. Fight we can.
just how many of them are there? There's no end to these robots!
Here to throw the robots because they're a little bit annoying and have a really fast team. The real problem is that one guy with the I do not like him at all.
Yeah. What you can do instead is for the wave of the robots, really big, and then for the one after that, as soon as you see the shadow of one of the robots, then you do the team blast, and it will land exactly when the guys with the shield spawn.
Oh wow.
Everything's dead in one go.
I did not know that. I have to change up my strategy in it.
Indeed.
Is it finished?
Alright, so now we're heading into the final stretch, the last 2 stages. Egg Fleet and Final Fortress. Actually has a very useful but very risky, painful if you miss it bot boost at the start.
Oh yeah. It is super picky on Amy's location. So it's freaking
What doesn't help is the fact that Amy can actually fall off of the platform, and then it just flat out won't work. Has to be a platform whenever she gets popped off.
She has to be in a very specific spot of the platform as well. If she's too far to the right or to the left,
Yep.
There's also a really difficult power flyer that's
So high!
has been cool. People used to do for bubbles. It is also quite difficult, where you literally have to change like which direction your gravity is changing by using an object midway through the power flight. Ooh. It is absolutely nuts.
Well, this is interesting. We're 15 minutes behind schedule.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Go fast, Ford, go fast!
I'll save the time, don't worry. I'll be underestimate by exactly how much time we need.
Yeah, we were just supposed to start Team Dark right now. Huh. Oh well. I'm sure Allegro will save 25 minutes on his estimate.
Allegro has a NTSC-based estimate that is already saved, and he's playing on Cal 60.
Oh
He
boy.
has the potential to save time.
There we go.
Believe in Allegro?
No, Sonic Heroes isn't on Steam. It's
Unfortunately not.
GameCube is the best version.
GameCube and
Xbox.
Xbox. Xbox is actually better for somebody else.
Yeah, as that weird
Silly
glitch thing.
seconds.
Here we go! Level up!
Isn't it better
And
for
then
like
PC
certain chaotic ones? If I'm correct.
Yeah, because the flower glitch can carry over to different stages. So
And before they add Xbox One backwards compatibility for this game, and it's faster on Xbox One. I mean, they have been doing that lately to a lot of
It-
Xbox games.
if I mean, it's like if they do that with like Sonic 06 or something, or Sonic Unleashed, then I probably have to get an Xbox One.
I have an Xbox One. I've used it like twice. I have a rare replay, and that's about it. I bought it for Scalebound or whatever, but then it got canceled.
Rip.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Well, yeah, me and my dad uses it though.
Maybe you just had a lot
I stick to my PS4 though, usually.
Just get game my Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, I got a new PS4 coming in the mail actually on the 20th, the God of War edition one. PS4 Pro.
So yeah, in X-Fleet nothing much really happens when you don't go for skips. You get this out scroller and whatnot. And it's just a bunch of awkward movement throughout the stage again. Just trying to handle it. It's one of the longer stages with you guys.
This and Bingo Highway without both.
I'll do my best. Here we go! I'll do my best! Here we go! I'll do my best!
And it's like you don't even get to play the part that has to do with this course.
Yep.
Rip.
Here we go!
So beyond that.
Here we go!
You know, I had this game as a kid actually. I didn't really like it, but then again, I only had a PS2, so
What is this?
I like how slippery it was though. I still don't. Like, if you've ever played this game, people in chat, this game feels like you're on ice skates the entire time.
Yes, thank
Shadow-
you for telling.
Shadow's
Thank
even
you,
worse.
Polly, for telling us you don't like this game, as we're trying to, sell this game to the marathon.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it just feels like you're on ice skates. Which is very-
I just want to reach through my microphone and punch her in the face right now.
No, see, I was going somewhere with it. It's very impressive that you guys are able to control it because I can't.
Mhm.
It's quite overwhelming!
Anyway, we have Final Fortress right here. I believe Ford is gonna attempt a power flight here.
Hopefully not die.
Here we go! Look out!
Wipe it on it. Like this point for Stacy. There actually used to be a power fly that you would a little bit further back towards the beginning of the stage. Then people started doing this.
No, you do both of them.
Really?
You do the first one. You do the first one to get to this one, and then you do this one. The first one is you gotta use the building to ultimate gravity. But yeah, let's explain the power fly, because it is quite an impressive little trick. And what it essentially involves is the ground pound move that Big has, and or the belly flop, whatever you want to call it. And it kind of, keeps whatever gravity you have for its direction. And he did a short one there. You can take it like past the next building as well, but you got a good show off of it.
Yeah, I messed up my hand placement, so I didn't get
Exactly.
distance. It's very weak. Need to keep the hand placement for it. That's because I just learned it, so
Yeah. You really gotta get used to the inputs for that, because what you're essentially doing is you're doing a ground pound, and then you are doing a hover while also holding B, which will instantly cancel the hover. So this will cancel your ground pound without also resetting your gravity. And then you can do another ground pound right after that. And the gravity will not restart its cooldown period until it resets. So you could just, and that is bigger or smaller depending on how much your gravity is skewed. But by chaining those two moves together, you can power fly. And that is just a really kind of thing that you have to kind of get used to input wise.
Alright, we actually have a donation if I have time for it.
Yep.
What?
real quick.
Alright.
Awesome.
Kick-Ass Pancakes donated $20 and said, "Shoutouts to Polly for putting this thing together. Man, this is great. It gets better every year." Thank you.
Right.
And that brought us over 400 too.
Nice.
Keep
400.
it up, guys. Good job.
Yeah. So now we have the final boss, which also means that time is coming up. And essentially what Ford's going to be doing on this one is there are 2 items throughout the stage that have flight power-ups in them. And he's going to get Cream to level 2 to make her thunder shoot damage. And rather than chasing the enemy down, like once again, not going to be doing that. Instead, we'll be going, staying on this path part, because on this path part, the enemy doesn't use a shield. Instead, they will just be trying to attack you. And so we can very easily damage the core with Thunder Shoot. Because like at level 1, it bounces between enemies and it doesn't do much damage. So since it's going backwards, it keeps bouncing back onto the same enemy, onto his center.
Yep. A little bit caught up there. Not gonna chase after me. And do that. Very weird.
He can charge pretty hard.
Go.
Now, every time he's gonna eat the charge with Big because Big has a vulnerability frames during his attack, and then he can undershoot and get this thing.
That's coming up, and
We
time.
will put an end to this.
Nicely done.
Hang on, Froggy! I won't go down that easy.
We did it!
5238.
Hey, not bad.
What was your estimate? 65?
Yeah, an hour, I said.
Hour.
Hour. Oh, there you go. I'm catching up.
There you go.
Good job, Ford.
Thank you. Thank you.
So good job showing off a little bit of power flight, even though you only just learned it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep working on it. I can save probably about a minute on my PB from learning the power flights.
Oh, definitely more than that, depending on how many of them you want to learn.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but I'm just glad I was able
Indeed.
to do it. This is my first Sonic Speed, so I'm happy with how this turned out.
I'm so glad
Yeah, did well. Good job.
Thank you. Thanks for co-commentating with.
All good.